Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Tuesday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Sonny Goldbaum.
And I'm Megan Roberts. Today is Tuesday, September 25th, and this is your news, sports, and weather, all before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
Keeping public welfare and safety at a forefront is a top concern for Oswego. A new law has been passed prohibiting convicted felons and sex offenders from driving taxi cabs. 9 people fit the bill in the county. A unanimous vote by City Council Monday set the new rules in place. Cab drivers must now undergo a background check prior to obtaining their licenses. Adversaries to the law argue that the law discriminates and breaks constitutional rights. Once the law receives the mayor's signature, cab companies will have a 2-week grace period to adjust.
Well, just a few days ago, the 9 Mile Point Unit 1 nuclear plant was thrown off the power grid when one of the turbines suddenly tripped. As of this afternoon, the unit has been reconnected. Reports indicated that a piece of equipment used to produce electricity was not working properly, affecting the voltage regulation system. Fluctuations in the unit's voltage amount disconnected the generator from the grid, causing the plant to shut down. As of today, all of the equipment that was not working has been replaced and is now in the process of being tested.
Now, do we have any idea what that equipment was?
I'm not exactly sure what it was, but what happened was the voltage amounts were, there was too much, so it just caused the plant to shut down altogether. But the plant is up and running again, just not completely.
Well, that's good at least. And now we'll check our current conditions outside with meteorologist.
With meteorologist James Gilbert, what's it looking like out there, James?
Right now we're feeling a temperature of 63 degrees outside, so it is a little bit brisk but relatively comfortable. Humidity is 50%. A little bit of a south wind at 13 miles per hour, so it's a little bit windy. But as I look up, I don't see any stars, and that's because clouds have been increasing through the night hours, and they will increase through tomorrow. And that's because we have a cold front that's been advancing from the north. It's going to be giving us pretty much cloudy weather all day tomorrow with some spotty showers. I'll have more in my full forecast. Back to the news desk.
One Chittenango experiment simulated a return to the simple life. It showed that students could accomplish more without technology. A class of approximately 20 students pledged to steer clear of gadgets made prior to the 1970s. The school locked the students' beloved Blackberries, Game Boys, and iPads in a storage facility for an entire week's time. Many class members felt inspired by the change. One student went to bed hours earlier. Another took books out of the library to keep busy. Still another read a book, cleaned his room, and got homework done, not due until October.
State police are sending a warning out to all young social media users to be extremely careful who they choose as friends. Neil Hart of Fulton was arrested Friday on charges of attempted criminal sex acts. Since his arrest, 3 more families have come forward claiming the 31-year-old attempted to lure other victims through the social networking site Facebook. But Hart's tactics ended up getting him caught when police used one of the boys' Facebook pages to set up a meeting where he was arrested. If your child has been contacted by a person named Ben Smith on Facebook, you should call police at 315-598-2112.
Information is available for students thinking about adding another major or minor. Career counselors are available to assist any student throughout their major and career exploration. You can call toll-free at 312-2240.
Brian Feener has the story.
Major currently, this event might interest you. There's going to be an Exploring Majors workshop this coming Thursday, September 27th from 4 to 5 p.m. in room 141 Campus Center. There'll be information for students who are looking to declare their first major, or if you already have a major, there's also going to be information on declaring a second major or even a minor. Upperclassmen, you're not going to be left out of this either because there's going to be information on career exploration as well. So again, there's going to be something for everyone this Thursday at the Exploring Majors Workshop, September 27th from 4 to 5 p.m. in room 141 Campus Center. If you need more information on this, you can contact the Student Advisement Center located in the Compass. That's 315-312-2240. I'm Brian Feener for WTOP 10 News. Let's go back to you guys in the studio.
Well, Staples Inc. announced Tuesday it is closing and shrinking some stores as they plan to cut costs and improve productivity.
The office supply retailer plans to trim retail square footage in North America by 15% by 2015. That plan includes closing 30 U.S. stores and downsizing or relocating another 30 locations by the end of the fiscal year. The company is also consolidating its retails and online operations and closing 45 stores and delivery businesses in Europe.
Alana Week is an annual commemoration and celebration of culture here on the Oswego campus. Tomorrow's event means it's time to get your groove on as Brian Bromka conducts an interactive Salsa Rueda de Casino fun dance, replicating moves of the famous Cuban salsa. The second hour of the event will feature Zumba dancing with integrated international rhythms. Professional instructors from the Oswego YMCA will lead this interactive session. The event is set to take place in the activity court from 6:30 to 8:30. Find out more at 312-4581. And now we'll see what's going on in sports with Stuart Seidel.
Good evening, I'm Stuart Seidel. The Oswego State men's golf team was one of 12 teams that made the trip to the Elmira Fall Invitational and were able to place fourth with a team score of 340. Kyle Brockman led the way for the Lakers with a score of 80, which tied for fourth overall. Dan North was second on the team with a score of 86. The Lakers will make the trip to the Blue Heron Hills Golf Club on October 6th and 7th for the ECAC Mid-Atlantic Championships. And coming up later, I will have some highlights of Monday Night Football, but was it the game itself that made the headlines? And the NHL took a step in the right direction today, but how much does it really mean?
And coming up after the break, we will have some information on the new regulations coming up from the DMV.
And where does Governor Cuomo stand with voters? Stay with us.
We've got some rain headed our way, but when will it be affecting us? Stay tuned. You're watching WTOP.
MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
G morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. Would you dream of something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
SAVAC ambulance respond to a 1 Bravo response, basement of Cuba Hall.
Dispatch, SAVAC 1, en route.
I hope my mic works.
20.
Hey, we're with SAVAC. How can we help you today?
Yes, we're good. Hi, I'm your weather meteorologist. Right now, we're seeing a little bit outside right now. Winds south to 12 miles per hour, gusting to 17. So if you feel that wind, it is a little bit colder
with that wind. Today we felt a high of 72 and a low of 44, so it's kind of above average with our high, but below average with our low. Too bad we weren't feeling 88. That was 5 years ago. That would have been pretty nice. Around New York State, temperatures are pretty much in the low to mid 60s, 66 in Rochester, 59 in Watertown, a little bit colder. But actually in Glens Falls it's 53, so it's pretty cold up there. And of course, New York City, our hot spot at 68. If we check out our radar, what we saw before, we do see a lot of showers in Pennsylvania and western New York, and they're really spotty right now. It's kind of hit or miss as we go through the night, and that'll be creeping up towards New York State as we move into tomorrow. If we look at our satellite, if you look over here at Illinois and Indiana, see that white just exploding? These are all clouds, and that's actually severe weather down there. Will that be affecting us? No, we won't have to worry about that. But what is affecting us are these clouds right here. These are mid to high level clouds moving in, so you won't be able to be stargazing tonight by any means, but maybe you will further on as we get through the week. Here's our surface map. Why are we getting those clouds? Well, that's because we have a cold front right here that's moving down from Canada really slowly though, and with this low, that'll bring us rain into tomorrow. So if we look at our futurecast tomorrow, 11 a.m., we see scattered showers. Again, nothing really in our area by early morning, but a lot of showers in Ohio and Pennsylvania. And as we get through the day, this is 5 p.m., there's that scattered showers. It's pretty much going to be all around New York is what we'll see. As you can see, the lot in central New York, that'll actually probably be a little bit further north and into Oswego. So tomorrow, what can we expect? Clouds and rain, mostly for a good portion of the day. Look at tomorrow night. That's a little bit better, right? We have everything clearing out. It'll still be a little bit cloudy, but not too much rain that we can expect for tomorrow night. So a little bit of a recap tonight, clouds increasing. Mild temperatures, it's not only going to get down to about 61 tonight, that's probably because it's going to be so cloudy tonight. Winds northwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Scattered showers afternoon. It's going to be, we're going to definitely see some rain tomorrow. Temperatures 66. Winds will die down a little bit south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then tomorrow night, like we saw before, the clouds will be slowly decreasing. It's going to get a little bit colder though, temperature 51 degrees. We'll definitely be feeling that tomorrow night. Northwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour. And if we look at our 5-day forecast, as of short term, we're probably only going to see a little bit of rain tomorrow. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, temperatures are going to get a little bit colder. Look at that, 49 on Thursday. So I think we can definitely welcome fall into our weather as we get into early October.
Well, James, you know with these cold winds, you know we're going to have a vintage cold winter here in Oswego.
Well, that's what we'd like to say, but we'll have to wait and see what winter will bring with us.
But tomorrow's looking like a really rainy day.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be pretty cloudy, rainy. Don't bank on seeing the sun anytime soon tomorrow.
Boots and raincoats, everyone.
There we go.
Be prepared.
Yep.
Thanks so much, James.
No problem.
Governor Andrew has gone through 2 budget cycles and yet held strongly onto his 70% approval rating for 21 months now since taking office. But that doesn't mean there's an easy road ahead. In the midst of a $1 billion deficit, the governor must make a number of hard decisions. One involves a large money backing of legislative pay raises that is deeply unpopular with voters. In regards to hydrofracking, the governor said no rush is necessary. He also acknowledged his long-term intentions to raise minimum wage.
Some major changes are coming for drivers in New York State. New York officials have issued new regulations to prevent repeat drunk drivers from getting back their license. Under the new rule, drunk drivers whose licenses have been revoked or suspended will no longer be able to get privileges back by just completing an education program. The DMV will review the lifetime records of drivers seeking reinstatement and deny any that have 5 or more alcohol or drug-related driving convictions. The charges are expected to affect 20,000 drivers this year.
A Los Angeles varsity soccer team had 3 team members complaining about the hazes they received from teammates. One victim's attorney said the violent ritual has been around for at least 2 years. He described his client's traumatic experience in detail. Boys as young as 14 were allegedly escorted to a room close to the coach's office, where they were forced to strip naked and take physical beatings from a javelin. Local residents protested, demanding answers at a recent school gathering. 3 students, along with the coach, have been cited and could face charges. The U.S. public education system is in rough shape. Whoever wins the November presidential election will most likely impact how the nation fixes it.
Lisa Sylvester has more on the options and why reforms are so desperately needed.
At this elementary school in Potomac, Maryland, first graders are learning their math lesson in Chinese, part of a language immersion program. But at the same time, other schools across the country, from Washington, D.C. to Texas, are so strapped they've been forced to consider letting go of librarians, cutting bus routes, and eliminating field trips. It's something parents all know. Where you live,
Germany is trying to prosecute an ex-Nazi camp guard who is currently living in the United States. Ephraim Zuroff has an opinion piece on ccn.com saying that just because somebody ages doesn't make them innocent. Zuroff says every victim of the Nazis deserved justice for what they have done to so many people. Zuroff supports Germany's efforts to charge that ex-Nazi camp guard.
Imagine breathtaking historic sites such as Machu Picchu being bulldozed to the ground. Not to worry, Machu Picchu is a protected site, but the 2,600-year-old Buddhist site in Logar, Afghanistan is not so lucky. The site is called Mas Anak and is an awe-inspiring Buddhist city right in the heart of the Silk Road, featuring massive temples and thousands of Buddhist statues that managed to survive looters and the Taliban. Now, all of the temples, monasteries, and statues will be destroyed by a Chinese government-owned company who wants to turn the site into a copper mine. Despite much protest and pressure, the historic site is set for destruction at the end of the year. And when we come back, we will have Heather Doherty. But first, here's your late night menu.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Well, for any families looking to take a vacation, some exciting new changes are underway in Disney World. Heather is here to tell us about all we have to look forward to.
So, Walt Disney World has some great changes coming. There's Fantasyland will be expanding. Many new changes are coming. Ariel will be getting a grotto, and Prince Eric has a castle coming.
The new expansion will include
a meet and greet, hall, and courtyard for guests to see all the princesses. At Ariel's Adventure, guests can go under the sea in a clamshell ride where they will visit characters such as Ursula, Sebastian, and Flounder. They will become part of Ariel's world. But before they do, Scuttle will entertain guests in the interactive queue line. Also, on land, guests can visit Prince Eric's castle, which is surrounded by waterfalls, giving Ariel a grotto to frolic in. The area gaining the most attention is Belle's village. Maurice, Belle's father, has his own cottage, Gaston his own tavern, decorated in antlers of course, and Beast his own castle, where he wants you to be his guest. The restaurant sits up to 550. Also in Beast's castle are 2 other restaurants, one in the Forbidden West Wing and one in the Art Gallery. Construction began on Fantasyland in early 2010 and will be completed in 2014 when the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train opens. Everything but the mine train will open November 12th to pass holders and officially open December 6th this year to the public.
Heather, that sounds really great. What park is it going to be in?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom? Okay, so it's going to be with like Cinderella's castle and everything?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's about time that Belle got her own castle in Disney World, I think.
I agree. I'm very much so looking forward to going to eat with Belle.
Oh, yeah, that is really exciting. We kind of missed the beginning of your package. Is there anything that you wanted to add to it?
Not really, no.
No? Okay. Thank you very much, Heather.
Well, Lady Gaga is launching a campaign to help people with eating disorders.
Plus, Usher puts his tour on hold, and Fiona Apple sparks a war of words in Texas. Details in today's Hollywood Minute.
Your music has been received. Your audience, your fans love it. So unique.
I'm just so honored and...
はい、皆様ありがとうございました。レディー・ガガさんでした。今一度大きな拍手を。
One or less fortunate, but also happy.
Look at sports with the one and only Stuart Seidel.
Packers and the Seattle Seahawks played on Monday Night Football in Seattle, but once again for the season, it was the replacement refs that stole the show. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers went into one after a long week off, not playing since last Thursday when they beat the Bears. But we're going to skip ahead to when in the second quarter there was no score, but not for long, as Russell Wilson heaved one up for 41 yards to Golden Tate, who was able to catch it and trot right into the end zone. And later in the fourth quarter, it was a 4th and 3 for the Seahawks, who trailed 12-7 with 2 minutes to go, but Tate and Wilson could not connect. But they were able to get one more shot as the seconds were able to tick away, and Wilson threw the ball up to Tate, and he went up and caught it. But that was the play that caused so much controversy, as it actually appeared that Tate pushed the defender before going up for the ball. And it also appeared that Jennings had actually caught the ball first, which would make it an interception, and the Packers would have won the game. But instead, the replacement refs rule in the favor of the Seahawks, and they narrowly escape with the win in Week 3. But the story is the replacement refs. The league made an announcement today stating that the game will stand and that they do not believe that the call should have been overturned, but Tate should have been called for offensive pass interference. The league did resume talks with the locked out officials today. And NHL fans have not heard the best news since the season wrapped up, but here is something that they can maybe feel a little bit better about. After more than a week of stalled talks, the NHL and the NHLPA are ready to go back at it and give it another shot when the negotiations for a new CBA will resume Friday. The NHL officially began its work stoppage back on September 16th and have not made any advancements until now. The stalemate has already caused the league to cancel all preseason games through September 30th. And that's it for sports, so let's send it back over to the news desk.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at the lighter side of news.
But first, let's take a look at your community calendar.
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Hair loss. Now this rash on my face, what's going on?
For answers, ask your doctor the right question.
Could I have lupus?
W? 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 W.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
So tomorrow is going to start out at about 61, so it'll be pretty mild and climb slowly throughout the day to about 66. But what you're really going to be worried about is the rain. It's going to be cloudy tomorrow, and it's going to be on and off showers pretty much all throughout your day. So that's what we'll be dealing with for our Wednesday. So definitely wear those rain boots when you're outside tomorrow. You don't want to get too wet. Well, I guess since we don't have class, we don't have to worry too much about getting outside.
Yeah, maybe have a rainy movie day or something like that.
Yeah, stay inside.
Bundle up, eat some popcorn or something like that.
Yeah, it should be good, but hopefully that'll clear out by tomorrow, and then Thursday the clouds will be tapering off. So this weekend we should hopefully see some sun this weekend.
Is it looking like a windy day tomorrow?
No, not as windy as today.
Okay, because I'm saying people with their umbrellas, like last week when it was really rainy and people were blowing away with their umbrellas, so people can use your umbrellas.
That's always the best part of watching the umbrellas flip inside out on somebody and they're holding on for dear life.
You gotta time it, hold it in the right wind direction, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it's all skill, it takes some talent.
I know.
Walk the umbrella in the wind.
The football game last night, it really seems like the qualifications for being a ref now are own a whistle and have a black and white t-shirt.
Yeah, they were talking about how a lot of the refs are actually, they've only refereed for a few years, 3 or 4 years, and they've never really done above D3 was the main official last night. So
it's ridiculous. It's like every game.
Football to NFL, it's not even like they're taking D1 refs or something like that, but you go from very low on and you bring it to the top. So
too many
there's
mistakes.
Always going to be problems, and especially on Monday Night Football and Sunday Night Football, there's always going to be, you're under the magnifying glass.
Now, is there someone above Goodell who can do something about this, like some sort of board?
Not that I know of. I think it's just a matter if they can come to agreement on contracts, which I believe it would happen within the next couple weeks. Every week the headlines are not football.
All right, that's going to do it for us here. I'm Sonny Goldbaum.
I'm Stuart Seidel.
I'm James Gilbert.
And I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night and see you tomorrow.